The content of this radio show is to provide information and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered advice or a recommendation. Thing or Two About Life, Total, is an adult podcast and recommended for mature audiences only. No content from the radio show can be used without the permission of Thing or Two About Life, Total. Thank you.
I am so into me, but I can learn a thing or two from you. I can weather the storm all by myself, but I'm so glad I got a total crew.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another episode of Total Podcast, Thing or Two About Life, where I'm hanging out with a group of people that keep accusing me of shit. But what we're going to do is have a good time and still roll on, even though they accuse me of shit. Don't forget, you can follow us out there in them streets. Just look behind you, see everybody, all the stuff, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that wonderful stuff. We are fresh off our trip to Memphis, and I'm pretty sure at some point, a few facts of things that come up about that trip. But in the meantime, in between time, we're going to let everybody introduce themselves. We just going to get rolling. We're going to start it off with Big Mitch. How you doing, man?
Man, you know me, Big Mitch in the house. Let's play this game of cat and mouse. Let's get at it. Because I'm the motherfucking resident big man. Because I melt in your mouth and not in your hand. That right, Mario?
Oh, wow.
We'll just have to take your word for that one, Mitchell.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, with that being said, our brother in arms, Mr. On One, Mr. Make It Do What It Do, Mr. Triple H. What's going on, bro?
Yeah.
What is going on, my peoples? Another day, another dollar. Somebody made them holler, but it wasn't me.
So as y'all see, this is the type of shit I've been dealing with. So let's keep it moving. Woo-woo. We have the wonderful, lovely, beautiful cat lady Marlena and others. How are you doing, Marlena?
Hey, how are you guys? We had a wonderful time in Memphis. We had a lot of shenanigans going on and meow mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing. And we're back. We're all, well, I'm not back. I'm still in Memphis, continuing my vacation with my family. But we're glad just to be back with you guys. And hopefully we give y'all a good show tonight while we still up in our shenanigans. Meow.
Roof.
All right. And
Hi. Hi.
It's been a while. Go ahead.
How y'all doing?
We doing good when we hear your voice.
Yeah, we had a good time in Memphis, Tennessee. We got to see a lot of nice sights. And woo, did we get to see some sights? What a sight to see.
What'd you see?
I ain't gonna tell everything, y'all, like that. I got a little bit of gumption about myself, but y'all know what I know. Y'all pretty much know.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we go. Keep it moving. We just gonna keep it moving. Because Miss Madeline is a lady.
A lady.
She's a lady. Yes, she is. So we ain't gonna get into all of that.
Okay.
Moving
all right,
on.
Producer extraordinaire, the beautiful, lovely, talented Miss Andrea. How are you?
I am great. As everyone has said, glad to be back. Yes, we did have a fabulous time in Memphis. Next time You so right. But we did. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna talk about Memphis a little bit, and over to you, Mario.
All right. Well, with that being said, as always, the lovely, talented, beautiful Mama D, come on and say whatever you got to say to your Rugrats, because they clearly are out of hand.
Suki now, welcome. We had a marvelous time in Memphis. There was a lot of tossing and turning, turning and tossing. But we had a good time. We all was drunk most of the time, and we enjoyed ourselves. And we all work hard, so we all look forward to when we have that trip, so we can let our hair down and take our hair off and just be ourselves. And some of us was more ourselves than others. Some have become drinkers that we didn't know that was drinking, and they be dancing and all that other kind of stuff. But it was all good and it was all fun. I had a ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. It's
You
good
forgot
to see
the
that
all night
everybody.
long part on that tossing and turning.
Yeah,
Up
and
and
don't
down
forget,
and all around and
when we was in Memphis, some of us had long conversations that with each other. So
and long nights.
conversating. So it was all good. We got close, and some things were revealed, and we had a good
Just to
time.
be close to you,
Let's
boy.
get close. Closer than close.
Closer than most.
Oh my God. So if it's all right with you, lovely people and gentlemen, may we proceed?
Yes.
Hey, it's on you.
Okay.
We still on the vacation high. I'm sorry.
Yes, we are. I will say that is a real thing, the vacation high. So y'all know this dude, Charleston White. Y'all know he be saying all type of stuff and things, and you may not agree with him, but some things I find myself saying his delivery is a little brash. But he be saying some real shit sometimes. So I want to play something, and I want y'all to tell me if y'all agree, don't agree, and just listen to the whole entirety of the message. Like I said, his delivery is rough, but listen to the message. Let's see what we got here.
I don't give a fuck about black women. I care about the women I know. Whoa. Some women are meant to be fucked on. Some women need their ass kicked. Some women need their pussy took. Some women, they listen. But you know why? Because all women ain't women. It's some bitches. It's some hoes. It's some ladies. And you have to know how, just like she can identify these suckers. I'm telling boy, you better not look at all girls and females and think they a woman. Bitch, prove to me you a woman. They tell boys, don't hit girls back. I've been whispering in my son ear, go hit her back. Hit her, she hit you, you hit her back.
And that's why you got to stay away from males.
That's why you got to stay in a woman's place.
You got to separate.
That's why you don't live with her.
That's why you don't live.
Quiet and don't talk back to a man. Because all the women before me that I saw gracefully, those were those kind of women. Her grace and her essence of a woman will shut his motherfucking ass up. When the essence of a real woman come around, niggas pull their pants up, say, man, don't do that in front of her. It's naturally what we done it. Because her presence of a woman, a bitch won't get that response. That was a bitch. Arguing back and forth with a man. I would have watched my mama remove herself out of the presence of a disrespectful boy, playing like he a man. Wouldn't even responded to him. But a bitch got something to say back. A woman removes herself. It's certain things that a lady ain't go do. And when a lady walk into a room, men straighten up. I swear to God.
All right.
Well.
So, like I said, his delivery and sometimes he get to his point he fucked up. But Mitch, the overall whelming point, what he said about a good woman and a lady, will make a man straighten up and do right and don't look at all women as ladies. I mean, the overall message, what you think?
Well, that's a kind of hard one on me, especially since I grew up in a house full of women and I ain't never disrespected one, even if I knew she was a bitch, hoe, slut, and she sucked dick. Anyway, regardless of all that, I still treated them as if they was a saint. So I get what he's saying, but I don't agree with everything he said because I'm just not that way to be like that. And people that I can't deal with like that, I walk away from. I ain't gonna sit there and argue and go back and forth with no woman or whatever he calling them, I'm not going back and forth with them like that. I just walk away from them before I go through all of that because it ain't that serious. But I do get what he's saying.
Do you agree or disagree about what he said about the presence of a real woman will make a man straighten up?
I agree with it. The presence of a woman will make a man straighten up. You know, do you remember being in class when you had this certain school teacher? Even if you didn't like that school teacher, certain things she said to you made you straighten your ass up, made you sit up straight, made you talk and speak correct English. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Certain women had this aura about themselves, but then there were certain people that you just know wasn't worth a fish farting in water. So you kind of not even paid attention. You just kind of looked over them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get what
Okay.
he's saying. I just don't like his delivery, just like you said. The way he said it,
Oh,
I don't, because I ain't gonna talk to a woman like that. You got to really get into me to make me talk to you like that.
okay. All right, Mr. On One, Lee Jack, your overall thoughts on what Mr. Charleston White said.
Yeah, like you say, he gets to his point very brashly, but a lot of times what he be saying be making sense, and a lot of points that he make, come straight to the point, and he don't care about how he get there. He just want to be heard. And yeah, um, women, all women ain't women, and they'll tell you they ain't women. They'll tell you they boss bitches and bad bitches,
Mm-hmm.
all this other shit that they
Mm-hmm.
can call themselves, and will let you know that they are not a lady or ladylike in any shape, form, or fashion, and will act like a man when they get the chance to, like you said, will roll up on a man and want to fight every time they see
Yep.
him or whenever I ain't one to hit on the woman, but goddamn, it's a time and a place. Goddamn, if you roll up on a man, you hit the man. They always say, expect to get what you given. So if you call yourself big and bad enough to hit up on a man, shit, expect what he gonna give you in return, because he might ball his fist and knock you the fuck out. That's just his, in his demeanor. That's how you feeling at the time. It might happen to you, but women, a woman will make a real woman will make a man straighten up.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, he can be walking around, pants hanging down, all this other stuff. And when she come in the room and he trying to approach her or whatever, and she tell him, "Look, don't approach me if you can't pull your pants up." What's the first thing you do? Pull his pants up,
Put
and he
on
try to.
pants.
Mm-hmm.
He will do that. But if he
Okay.
know that she don't give a damn, she a hood bitch, and or whatever you want to call her, and she like the pants hanging down to his ankles or whatever. And when he come in the room, he give her a few words, and she all up in his grill and continue to snicker and grin and giggle in his face. Hell, he gonna give her what she want.
Mm. All right. That's I hear you. Miss Marlena, what do you think about what Charleston White said from the woman standpoint?
Um, First and foremost, a female grows up to be a woman. That's just a physical thing. Becoming a woman is a physical growth. Being a lady is a learned behavior.
Amen. Amen.
It was taught to me in my youth by my grandmother and my older siblings. And my grandmother, you know, used to say, a man don't like a woman who run her mouth all the time. And at that age, I kind of took offense. I'm like, well, why ain't I allowed to say anything? And it kind of bothered me at one point. And I'm like, why can't a lady say anything to a man? She says, I never said that a lady could say anything to a man. She said, but it's all in what you say and how you say it. And she said, and she did say this, the most powerful thing is not to be combative with a man, just be quiet and you will see
There
the
you
difference.
go. Sure right. Amen,
Yes.
girl.
Far as far as as far as him saying that if a woman hits a man should hit her back. Even if she's wrong, I don't think he should hit her back, abusively. But I do believe that a man should protect himself from hard blows from a woman because some women do hit hard. It's just the truth. Some women do hit hard. I mean, who's going to sit up and take a fist from a woman? But, I always told my son that. I said, don't ever, ever go to the extremes of beating a woman. I said, you can grab her and put her in a hole, put her in the hole, and until
Hold her
she
down. Hold her
and
down.
hold her down, until she comes down. I said, there are other ways of protecting yourself from a woman who's angry and wants to throw blows other than just, combatively beating back on her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As far as certain things go like that, I agree with you 100%. But what I've learned that over the years, like let's say y'all generation, your mom and stuff like that, the art of handling a man is really gone, from women, right? And the first thing y'all say, well, I shouldn't have to handle a man. And when I say handle, I ain't talking about trick them. Y'all know what I mean when I say handle. If y'all come to us a certain way, y'all can get pretty much anything y'all want out of us if you know how to handle the mate that you're with. Too many people don't understand how to handle the man. You know what I mean? Like if you feel combative about something, if you wait till this man is in the right mindset, you could come. Listen,
Right
come on.
mindset.
If you wait till the man is in the right
Oh,
mindset and you
man.
approach him a certain way, you can pretty much get him to do what you need him to do. But a
Sure
lot of people
can.
don't take the time to understand who she dealing with, what personality type he is. Because we men, that no matter how we cheat and how we do all that, we still take time to learn y'all more than y'all learn us. Cause somebody can approach you about your woman, you say, nope, 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 nope. She ain't gonna don't do that. She ain't gonna go for that. We know automatically when somebody spits some bullshit out, we know she ain't going for that. But all right, Andrea, your turn. What you think about Charleston White? Cause here we go with the bullshit. Let's go.
Why we gotta go with the bullshit?
Cause you
But
started
anyway,
giggling when I said she don't know how to handle a man. Why you giggling?
it wasn't because of that. It's just
Okay.
Mitch. It's just all had to do with Mitch. That's all.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
That's right.
but
Blame it on Mitch. Blame it on Mitch.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what.
oh, it's gonna come to an end at some point. But anyway, um,
Not no time soon.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Go ahead, Andrea.
but this is what I have to say. Um, as Mario said, we as people in general, we do need to learn how to approach one another a little bit better. Yes, true enough, if we as a woman, if we approach the men, as Mario said, when they're in that calm state of mind and just have a decent conversation with them, yes, true enough, we can't get anything out of them that we want. But there is a flip side to that as well. This damn bitch. Boy. But as far as yes, true enough, there are women who are women that are not women. They don't know how to be ladies, and that's partially because sometimes they were never taught to be ladies. They don't know the things that they need to know to to take care of a man and things like and whatnot. But as far as him calling women bitches and things like that, he could have came at that another way. But yes, true enough, there are a lot of women out there that are bitches, but still his delivery for me was all wrong. Got what he said, but and agree with a lot of it.
Okay. All right, Mama.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask her a question before she? Have you ever whooped a nigga ass?
I plead the
For
fifth.
real.
I plead the
fifth. Okay.
Okay, no, I will answer that. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And
Okay.
you wanna know why? Because that motherfucker kept calling me a bitch.
That's all I want to know.
Yes.
Wait, did he swing back or he just took it?
No, it was a blown knockout fight.
Just one punch?
Hmm?
Just a one punch?
I'm sorry?
You ain't finna sit up here and tell me you one hit a quitter somebody now.
No,
it was more than one punch.
This was a long, drawn out fight. I was defending one of my friends, but then she was in an abusive relationship. I no longer deal with this person because of that. She was in an abusive relationship, and we were sitting at the park one day. This is when I still lived in Pine Bluff, and he came up, started cursing her out. I told her, "Hey, I'm finna go," and he started cursing me out, calling me out my name and things like that. It constantly kept calling me a bitch. And y'all know how I am about that. And it just went from there. It went from there. But he had a well whooped ass that day. And then she turned around and got mad at me. So I no longer deal with that person.
Yeah, that usually about how.
Wow.
First thing that came out her mouth was, "Sugar, you could have killed her." I said, "Well, you should have told that motherfucker about him calling me a bitch."
Man, it wouldn't happen to be no straggler videos out there of it, is it?
No.
You know what?
See,
okay.
that right there, that's the type of woman right there that you want on your side. Because that's the type right there, if something go down, you ain't got to worry about her running off, leaving your ass to fight by yourself. That motherfucker right there, that's what you need. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, I got you. All right, Mama D, you haven't had a chance to chime in on this. Wrap it up for us.
Well, a woman can really make or break a man. It's all in how she handles him. She can be his best supporter, his best friend, his confidant,
Worst
or
nightmare.
his enemy. One of the
Worst
all
nightmare,
of that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. All of that wrapped in one. As far as a woman having her place, I don't like the terminology, but a woman does have a place. And the Bible tells us that the woman has a place. But as far as, and see, a lot of times when men say a woman has their place, it means that the woman's not supposed to say nothing. And they just supposed to accept everything that they say. And that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
She's supposed to have a say-so too. He might not agree with it. He might not go along with it. But at least hear what she has to say, because it might be valuable and it might be something that they might want to try. Like Marlena said, I had very good examples of women in relationships with their men, with my mother and with my auntie and all of their first cousins, because my grandmother was a widow by the time my grandfather died when my mother was young. So I don't know how she reacted to my grandfather. But the other women in my family were very strong women, and they had very strong men, but all of those women were supportive. And that taught me how to react in a relationship. When I was married, I was supportive with my husband. And there were a lot of things that I didn't go along with that he did, but because he made that decision for the family to do it, we did it his way. And then a lot of times he would say, you know what, I was wrong. Let's try it your way. And I'm not saying every time we make a decision, a comment that is right, because it's not always, but we're supposed to be that buffer for that man. We're supposed to be the ones that they can bounce ideas and stuff off of, so they won't go out there and act like a fool or look like a fool, because in the end, it's a reflection of you.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you all have seen guys out, and you be like, man, you act like that around your wife. Your wife know you act like this when you get out in public. You know, it's just like when women go out, it's a reflection of their husbands. So women have their place, but I don't like the way, I don't know, calling women bitches and stuff. I don't think there's any call for. If that's your way of demeaning a woman, that is definitely a demeanor. It is. It's very demeaning. But
It's weak.
It's not necessary.
It's weak.
Even if you don't agree with the woman's way, even if you don't agree with what she says, even if you don't like anything about a particular woman, do you really, or man, do you really have to be disrespectful to get your point across?
Sometimes people, that's the only way that they know. And especially if they grew up in a household where those type of terms were always used and things, that's all they know.
Mm-hmm.
And with some, that's just things that they picked up in the streets.
But what y'all
But it's
forget
about
is,
who you want to be at the end of the day.
yeah, but one point that I think that we might be losing track of, because we're at a certain point in life, there are people, and specifically women, who only respond to that type of shit too now.
You're right.
You got a woman that you could try to be nice to and try to be this, but she don't respect you. Cause how many times the men on here have heard this dumbass shit, you too nice? What the fuck does that mean as a
I
man?
didn't heard that. I didn't heard that one.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
You too nice. You too damn nice.
What does that mean? You want me to slap you around the room? What the fuck does that mean?
That's exactly what it means. That's exactly what it means.
Not me.
Not me.
But as men, we've heard that though. You too nice. So what you want me to do? Cheat on you, beat you up, and treat you all bad, and fuck your mental status up, have you with insecurities, and break you? That's what you want me to do?
I was always taught that silence.
For some women, that's what it takes. For some women, it takes that for them to function.
Yes.
That's for some. Not a lot, but for some, it takes all of that for them to function.
Yep. And them the ones that you referring to as the bitches, because that's how they want to be acting like.
And not only that, but
and
that also goes for some men too.
Yeah.
I was always told that silence was strength. Being quiet pisses a woman off more than boy. You can be quiet while she's sitting there talking all that shit, and boy, that pisses them off more that you ain't saying shit. That you won't even look that way. You keep looking away from them, looking off from them, getting up, walking away from them. That pisses a woman off more than any damn thing. You ain't gotta say shit. You ain't gotta call them out their name. Just move around.
But let me ask you and Mitch and Leon, and y'all, since in y'all years of this, been on this earth, have you ever had a woman say to you, "I ain't shit"? I know I'm a good woman. I know I ain't no good woman. You ever heard a woman say that to you?
That I'm not shit?
No, that she ain't shit. That she say she ain't she. No. And we know all women ain't good women, but they don't think that. No woman ever says out loud, "I know I ain't shit. Girl, I ain't by shit." We don't say that, but we got boys who'll tell you all the time, and we'll tell them, "Nigga, you ain't by shit." Or he said, "I know I ain't shit." We'll admit we ain't shit, but y'all would never do that. So I'm
Because
saying,
they don't do any wrong.
yes,
Most of them don't see
yes.
anything wrong that they do. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that goes for all of them. I'm saying most of them don't see nothing wrong that they do.
That's the point I'm trying to make, Mitch. Right there, you said it perfect. They don't see nothing wrong, so they don't think and talk like that. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
they see it. They know when they wrong. Women
Yeah,
know when they're wrong. They may not admit it, but they know
Exactly.
when they're wrong. They know. No, there's no substitute for that. They know when they're wrong. They might not admit that bullshit, but yeah, we know when we out of place and we wrong
But what
and out of
when you
When you
character.
get a
Yeah,
motherfucker,
we know
go
when
ahead,
we out of
Mitch.
character. What you say, Mitch? What? Wait a
I
minute.
said, I said, I said, when you get a motherfucker drunk, is that wrong?
If you
But
get them
if
drunk and
you
take, if you get them drunk, that ain't wrong. But when you get them drunk and take them for what they're worth, that's wrong as hell.
What if you get them drunk and play with their booty? Is that wrong?
hey man, bring it back, y'all.
Yep. Yep.
Oh shit!
Booty. Wow.
I mean, without consent, yeah, it's kind of wrong.
They might have consented to it at the time because they don't know.
Yeah, he might.
They don't remember. They don't remember.
Yeah. I can't defend. I can't defend
Boy,
nobody.
boy.
That's right.
Okay, but when you go to any type of AAA meeting, not AAA, what they call that shit?
That's where you need to go from, Mario.
Anonymous
That's
meeting,
where
right?
you need to go.
They tell you that the
Yes.
first step to solving the problem is admitting you got one. So if a woman would never admit she's wrong, you can't solve it.
That's true.
I ain't hear what you say. What you say, boy?
No, I'm saying that they saying the first step to solving a problem is admitting you got one, right? So if you say y'all will never admit when you're wrong, or how can you solve when you're wrong if you'll never admit it?
We ain't admit it to. I mean, we can solve it though. Don't think we can't solve it. We can solve it without admitting it. We ain't admitting it outright, but we can fix it. Trust and believe.
All right. So here's the next question, and this is for Leon and Mitch. Leon, is there any circumstances that a man should ever hit a woman?
What you say?
In my lifetime, I've always been firmly against it. Even though, they like it has been said, it's been women that, some women like to fight men and, they have to show restraint, but man, I don't think it's a situation to where they should, have to hit a woman because, you can always try to go the higher road, as they say.
You can shoot him in the pinky toe.
Yeah. Shake the shit out of him.
You can shoot him in the pinky toe.
What about you, Mitch? Is there any situation that a man should ever hit a woman? Is there any scenario that you
know
see?
what? I'm about to keep it real with you. April, May, June, July. I'm gonna say September of 1994. My son was a little over almost 2 years old. Maybe no, he about 1.5. I was in the bathroom shaving. I was shaving with a straight razor, and I was looking at my bank account because I was balancing it out and realized I had about $6,000 missing out of my account. And I'm trying to figure out, where it went to. I'm on the phone with the bank and they telling me that my child's mama came in there with my checkbook and wrote out a check. And they gave her $6,000 out of my account and she didn't tell me. So I'm in the bathroom. She comes in the room And we're talking, and I'm asking her about this money that's missing out of my account. And she tells me that she didn't send her mama to Jamaica on my money.
Mm.
Um, and I said something to her about it, and she drew back and socked me in my eye while I got a straight razor in my hand to my neck. Swole my eye up. It
Damn.
took some great restraint for me not to do anything because I was taught never to strike a woman. Now my eye swelled up like a dude had hit me, okay? And when I say it was swole up, it was swole up for almost 2 weeks. I had to walk around like that. But I promised her that when this lease is up on this place, that I'm out and I'm gone. And I guess she didn't believe Fat Meat was greasy because the day of the lease being up, she came home from work and I was gone. I got my own little something. I have been taught not to ever put my hands on somebody. I'm too big for that. I'm not trying to go to jail for doing anything to
Right.
somebody. And I know what I could do if I did something to somebody. I know I can hurt somebody. That little lick, it didn't kill me. It swole me up, but it didn't kill me. So I'm going to say no, there is no reason. If you can get away from her, you restrain her till you can get away, so you can get away. But you don't physically hit a woman. You just don't do it.
Okay.
So that's my question, my answer. I'm never going to do it.
All right. I don't know. I don't want to ask the women, but if one of y'all want to take a crack at it, you can. No? Okay.
What
Let
was
me
the
say this.
question again?
My
Is there
philosophy is
okay, go ahead.
if we can't get along and we got to hit each other, then we don't need to be
Don't
together.
need to be together.
Right.
And if
Okay.
I get into a relationship that becomes serious, I let them know that from the beginning. Anytime you
Right.
feel like you need to put your hands on me, just say goodbye.
Right.
And if you don't say goodbye, I'll say goodbye.
I say it all the time. Everybody knows, and I'm sure if our viewers, our prior viewers, pay attention to our podcast, I always say I have zero tolerance for a man who puts his hands on me and a cheater. Those my two things that I have zero tolerance for.
So no
Put your
matter
hands on me
what you
one
do,
time, you out. It's over. You ain't getting no. You don't get a second chance to put your hands on
okay.
me. Mm-mm.
Well, let me say this. I ain't that type of guy, but I have been in situations where one time this girl was mad because it had something like Mitch said to do with money because I wouldn't allow her to go do some shopping or some stuff. And she fucking spit in my face, right? And I ain't even
Oh, hell no.
and I
Oh.
ain't even think about it. My natural reaction was I slapped her. It
Mm.
wasn't nothing I thought about. It just happened simultaneously as the spit hit my fucking face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well,
Was it an open hand slap?
yes, it was an open hand slap. So we
Okay.
stayed around the corner from my mama. She ran out the house and went straight to my mama house. And then all I just saw was my mama coming up the street, I was like, what you about to do? Because at that point I'm grown, you know what I'm saying?
She gonna beat
And
your ass.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And she just said, I don't care what the fuck you do. No, they was out in the yard in front of everybody, and she was like, she wasn't having that shit. But I said, she spit in my fucking face, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, I don't care what you do. You don't hit a
Yeah.
woman. I'd rather for you just put her out and tell her to go and get the hell on about her business. You don't put out. So ever since that point right down, I was like, damn, my mama didn't come and take up for me. What the fuck, wrong? What's going
Mm-mm.
on here? You
Because
know,
you're a man. Because you're a man. And you ought to be able to handle that.
yeah, but I'm telling
That
Mitch, it
woman
was
can't
instant.
hurt you,
I ain't even.
boy.
I
I
know it
understand.
was instant. That shit was instant. As soon as that
Dude,
spit hit my face, man, shit.
my
yeah.
son's
But
mama is damn near 6 feet tall. Okay? And she got big ass fists, okay? And she got nothing but brothers. Okay? So you know good and damn well. I thought long and hard, boy, about doing that shit. But what would I have gained from it?
No, it's nothing to
All
be
I got was a
gained.
swole eye.
Yep, it's
That's
nothing to
right.
be
Ain't nothing to
gained
be
from it.
gained.
Because at the end of the
Mm-mm.
day, the way everything is set up against us, you can't win no way. Because she could scratch herself on the neck and call the police and say you do it. They'll put you out make you leave for the night, and that's your fucking house.
Exactly.
So
Right.
I learned something from that though.
yeah, what'd you learn?
Y'all know what I learned from that? Duck. Motherfucking duck. Bob. Weave. Duck. That's what I learned.
But Miss Donetta said it best though. We gotta put our your mate for to be your peace. If I got a woman where we got a because I've seen couples like that where they fight constantly. I don't want that.
On a
Yes.
regular.
Every day, every night, every
That's what I'm
weekend.
saying. I don't
At least
want
every
that.
weekend. Oh my
Yep.
God.
You know
But
when the
hey,
weekend is coming because they in there fighting.
Never
I'm
know
like,
peace.
really?
I'm like,
Yep.
you know what? It's the weekend.
I'll give you an example. When I was growing up, had this lady, she and her husband, they didn't have any kids. So, you know, she would always ask my mom, can Donetta walk to the store with me, whatever. She was always a nice lady, pretty, beautiful woman. Husband was mean as hell. During the week, he was just as nice as he could be. But on Friday, he got paid. He come home drunk as a skunk. If she was sitting on the porch, if she saw him get off that bus, she run in the house. And she tell me, go home, go home, go home to your mama. And I'm like, but we was playing, you know, a lot of times she would play Baba Jacks with me or whatever. She said, you got to go to your house. So I would sit on my porch and he'd be like, what the hell you looking at, little girl, you love fucking girl? And she just, and so my mom was like, did you say anything to him? I was like, no. And so she said, you come in the house. And I mean, this got to be a regular thing until one day I was sitting on the porch and he came toward me with his belt in his hand. And he's like, I'm sick of you looking at me every time I come home from work. What the hell are you looking at? And he went to draw his belt back and my daddy caught his arm. He said, try it. See what happened. Now you beat on your wife, but you ain't beating on no females over here at the Porter household. And she would be crying and mama said, you need to call the police. I'm scared. She said she didn't have anywhere else to go. She didn't have any family in Norfolk or nothing. And it was like, she just took that whipping and she didn't work anywhere. She kept a neat house, always had food on the table for him. He just beat her just because.
Just because.
Was he not? Was he an alcoholic?
He was.
Sounds that way.
But he was one of them weekend alcoholics because he wouldn't be drinking all during the week. He worked
He was
at the
a
packing
Mario.
house.
He was a weekend drunk like Mario.
He worked at the packing house, so he had a good job, you know. And he'd come home and he'd have the meat, you know, in his hand for her to put up this damn food. I wasn't accustomed to that, but I wasn't allowed to go over there no more.
Well, you didn't need to go over there no more.
No, you're right, I did.
There's only one way I want to beat a woman up, and it ain't that way.
Well, that's a good segue into this, Mitch. Speaking of beating things up, I think it was you who put this up here. This lady said,
do you really want to go that route?
Yes, I want to go down this road. So yes,
we
doing it.
Let's go.
We doing it. She put up this thing about she put up and said y'all only know one thing, how to use this Jiffy. So she want to show y'all how she really used the Jiffy. So y'all women better stay out her inbox. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Here we go.
Directed to you bitches that keep coming in my motherfucking inbox about your man. You see this right here? You probably don't know no more about it than to add bread and jelly. But let me tell you what's finna happen. Bitch, I'm finna get your man. I'm gonna bring him over my house. I'm gonna give him a bath, shower, whichever one he want. I'm gonna throw him down on my bed. I'm gonna cover him with that Jiffy peanut butter. I'm gonna suck him from head to toe. If he got dreads, I'm gonna pull his dreads. I'm gonna suck the bottom of his feet. I'm gonna suck his calves. I'm gonna suck the heel of his foot. I'm gonna suck between his toes. I'm gonna suck the back of his knees. I'm gonna suck the back of his thighs. I'm gonna suck the crease of his motherfucking ass. I'm gonna take that peanut butter. I'm gonna spit it in his ass. I'm gonna suck it back out of his ass. And main bang this running through his nuts all the way up to his dick, bitch, I'ma suck all of that. I'ma nibble on them nuts. I'ma make him jump. I'ma spit that motherfucking peanut butter on his dick, bring it back out, spit it in his mouth. Reach over, suck his daddy dick, suck his partner dick, play with his brother, play with his kids, hug his mama, let him know I love. And bitch, when he come home to you, you're gonna have to take him to a motherfucking doctor to get a prescription from a psychiatrist, because all y'all gonna be fucked up. Don't fuck with me.
She's sucking too many. She's
That's
sucking too many
funny.
dicks on it for me.
That is
And
funny.
don't even send him home. Let him stay there with you.
Right there. I mean, because she said suck the daddy dick, the brother dick, the cousin dick, the nephew round the corner dick, and whoever else dick. She's sucking too many dicks for me. I'm sorry.
Lord have mercy.
Well, that just had me jumping just
That's
thinking about the
funny.
peanut butter.
She was really intending to make that woman mad as hell.
And I think she did.
And I'm sure she did. But that shit right there is funny.
What she said is, stop accusing me of your man, because if I had your motherfucking man, you'd know, because I would do all this to him.
Right.
So I'm just saying that, do y'all think, the women out there just say she don't really want you, man, but she just want to prove a point that,
She
bitch,
shit
you can't,
talking.
you bitch, you
Right.
can't
She
do what I
shit
do.
talking. She just shit
She's
talking.
signifying. She's signifying.
Yeah, she just
Yeah.
shit talking.
Because
But
if
stay out of her damn inbox.
yeah, stay out of her inbox, because you don't
I
want that
get
man.
it. I mean, I get it.
So there are things that happen that make you come back home and do make you be like, hate this fucking place. I'm just saying.
You know that one all too well, don't you, Mario? Ain't never coming home.
I'm just speaking hypothetically. Hypothetically, I'm just speaking.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Tell your mama I ain't never coming home.
So Miss Dianetta, you fucking around with this lady's inbox?
No. If I send something to her inbox, I tell her you can keep him. Don't even send him home. You can have him, baby.
Baby, I'm sorry.
Because you done invaded too many holes for me. Mm-mm.
Oh boy.
Let me say this correct. She said she was gonna spit the peanut butter in his ass, suck it out,
and stick it in his mouth.
You
heard her. You heard her.
Yeah, what she said.
Shit.
Boy.
And she nasty. Let me put it that way. She just nasty.
That's taking that shit too far right now. God damn.
I caught a fever just listening to that shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a damn shot.
Thank you.
Okay. I need to take a shower. Shit. God damn.
And not a shot of liquor. Immunization.
There you go.
Because what you spit up and what you suck back out might not be the same damn thing.
Hello.
Hello.
Damn.
Thank
So Leon, you want somebody that freaking ass, Leon?
Yes, I'm good.
Oh, goodness. That's too much right there.
That's way too much.
Maybe just once, Mario. Maybe just once.
Lord have mercy.
So I played all that.
Have your nose wide open.
Is there such a thing as too freaky, y'all? I know we
But that's freaky. That's really, really, really freaky. But I don't really think that's just shit talking. That I don't really think that she was going through those extremes. She was just making a point.
I do. I think she does.
You think she does all of that?
Yeah.
She said that. She said that. She said it too freely.
I don't think she does all of that.
And the reason I said it is because I know a couple of girls who would. I know a couple of women who do. So.
Well, damn. What he at? What he at?
So
you see that face you just made?
And when I used to be friends with them, when they came to my house, they drank out of paper cups because I threw that stuff
I know
away
that's real. You got one cup, one plate, one fork. It's all paper.
I
And
don't know
them
nobody
and the
like that.
plates and the forks and spoon need to be plastic.
Yeah, we
Okay,
I
had
don't
a
know
what you got for me,
nobody
Leon?
no damn nasty.
we had a couple of friends who was like that, and whenever we had something and we invited everybody, we made sure that we use plasticware. Well, when you come to my house, we use regular dishes, and I said, and we don't use them.
Wow. So, Leon, let me ask you this question. What's the difference between freaky and nasty? Because I see a lot of people blur these lines like it's all the same. What's the difference?
I ain't the same. Shit, no. You can be freaky. Freaky is a level. It's a level to freaky. Nasty just don't give a fuck. I mean, you do something as she stated in the thing, you know, she just went from, she started off freaky, and then she just went to straight nasty. And I'm like, okay. You know,
Yeah, because she said some throw up shit.
yeah.
So, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
To the fellas, when you find a woman that is freaky, and then it gets beyond the freakiness, and it starts getting to be nasty, what are y'all doing? You leaving? You staying? What you doing?
I ain't never got that far. I ain't never had something that was just nasty. I done had some freaky, but I ain't never had nothing that was just downright disgusting, nasty.
But if you did, what would you be doing?
I don't know, shit. It depends.
I noticed he didn't say leave.
It depends. It depends on what it was. Because what's nasty to you might not be nasty to me. What's freaky to you might not be freaky to me.
I'm talking about something that's nasty to you.
Eating shit is nasty to me.
But like Leon said, it got to be levels to nastiness, like levels to freaky. You know, your level 1 nastiness might be Leon's level 10 nastiness. Same with freakiness.
Right.
When two people say they
But
freaky,
if you're the other party involved, it don't matter what level nastiness is. Nastiness is nastiness.
It's level.
It depends on what you could take.
It's level.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think somebody's nasty for me might be different from somebody else's. You know,
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying if you were the other party involved. Okay, let me use myself as an example. If I got into something with a guy who is freaky, okay, I don't have a problem with that.
What's freaky to you?
But when he gets into something that is really nasty and foul, that I think that is just way over the top.
Like what? Like what?
I don't know, because I don't get into that nasty
what's foul,
stuff.
See, what's foul to you might not be foul to anybody else. What's nasty to
Right,
you
but
might not be.
I'm talking about me, and I was talking about you as an individual. I'm just not talking about in general. If it
I haven't got
me,
to that level. I haven't got to that level was too nasty or too freaky.
Yeah, because you got to give examples, because we don't know, because it got to be something. Just think of something nasty that you think might be, because it's levels to it, for real though. Because some people are nasty, but it's like, let's say somebody putting their tongue in your ass. A lot of people say they ain't doing no gut or shit like that. That's nasty. Some people like shit run it. Yeah, some people be like run it. You know what I mean? So you got to give an example. Just throw out something so we'll see, because there's levels to it, Miss Donnell.
I don't know, because I've never been to the point where something is just so nasty that I haven't been to. I haven't met anybody like that.
See, that's one of them questions then, because you don't know.
Okay,
I'm pretty
but
sure it's something.
I can give you that example. Say somebody sucking you off, Mitch, decided that they were gonna swallow, then turn around, kiss you, and spit your nut in your mouth.
No, not that now. Hell to the no. That ain't happening.
That's nasty, right?
Okay, but see that might be nasty for y'all. But there's some guys who don't mind. There's some guys that don't mind that. There are some guys that don't mind that.
But I do. That ain't happening to me.
I don't know about that.
What you finna say? What you finna say?
So what's the difference when y'all eating us out? We come, and you get up and you kiss us. That's you giving. I mean, it's the same thing.
Shit, no.
Look at Leon. Look at Leon. You all right? You all right?
I'm all right.
I thought you was for the upset for a
Yours
minute.
is coming from you. Yours is coming from you, and mine is just coming from me. I mean, it's a but you want to give me mine back, but you won't taste your own.
Well, first of all, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
What do you
Why?
mean?
Why?
Well, first of all, ours is a whole lot more than what y'all got. A whole lot more.
But a nut,
At
female
least
nut,
on
male
average.
nut.
At least on average. Yes. At least on average. Yes. We do
Okay.
produce more than
So
y'all.
it's okay. So it's okay for a woman to taste herself, but it's not okay for you to taste yourself.
I'm gonna say
Never
yes,
thought
Bob.
about it
Yes.
that way.
I'm gonna say yes,
But
Bob.
I can't see myself with a mouthful of myself. I just
Me
can't see that.
either. Hell no.
I can't see that.
See, that's
But
that
at the
level.
same time,
That's that level Mitch is not willing to go past. That's his level of
but see,
nasty he ain't willing to do.
but Mario, at the same part, or at the same turn, how many times you ever heard a man tell a woman not to come in his mouth?
Never.
There you go. But how many times you ever heard a woman tell a man not to come in her mouth?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
You about
So
to
it's
do
one of
it.
those
No, you
things.
about to do it. No, you about to do it. Don't come in. No, you about to do it. No, yeah, no. You know,
See?
keep asking. Shut up.
A man ain't gonna never stop a woman from getting hers in his mouth. But really and truly, we don't even think about kissing you after we finish doing something like that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't
You may
even think
not, but
about
there
it.
are guys who do.
Well, first and foremost, he didn't swallow that shit before he even get up there to kiss you.
And so, what makes you think we haven't swallowed yours?
Shit, bullshit.
Most women don't
Cause
even
when a
want it in
woman
their
got them,
mouth,
So
let
you
alone
can't. So
swallow
what
it.
you're saying is what
there
you're
you go.
saying. Wait a minute. Hold on. So what you're saying is you don't have the ability to hold it in your mouth until
I
you get
don't.
up there.
I don't. I don't.
I'm just asking.
When that leg clamp around your damn neck and in that little chicken wing position and it's holding your ass and your head shaking because you can't hardly breathe, you swallowed all that shit. You are not getting your ass up there to kiss her with anything in your mouth outside of your damn saliva. Okay?
And what is your saliva mixed with? Her juices.
That shit's already gone because she
No,
didn't
it's
choke that
not.
shit out your
No, it's
ass.
not.
Not
No, it's
all
not.
of it.
No, it's not. All of
Okay.
it's not gone.
Okay.
It's still some residue.
Oh, okay. Residue. Most women, they ain't swallowing that shit. That shit's still in their mouth, waiting on your ass to try to, or they waiting on your ass so they can
There are
kiss you
some
and
of
push
us
that shit back in your mouth.
There are some of us that do swallow. Everybody don't spit it out.
Okay.
Well, y'all got so quiet when she said
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I'm just
Y'all
speaking
got
in
so
general. I
motherfucking
didn't say
quiet.
me. I'm just saying, and when I say us, I mean as women. There are some women
Right.
that don't they do swallow.
Do you?
I do.
Do you, Marlena?
No.
Do you? Come on, Sheila. Do you?
A lady never tells that.
That's
Thank
not
you,
that's a
there,
fact.
Martina.
there you go, Mario.
I don't have a problem saying that I do. So
Now you trying to act like Mario talking about a lady never tells.
Some ladies don't tell. I mean, some ladies may tell, some ladies may not.
Okay. But
There ain't nothing wrong with either way.
Right.
but there are levels to it though. You know what I'm saying? You just can't say you don't do nasty. You can just say certain points of nasty you don't do. But everybody on this right here on this podcast right now done some level of nasty. It just depends on what that level is. Okay. Let's wrap it up. General consensus. Everybody kind of, talk about your Memphis and say what's what. Mitch, what's
Oh,
what?
I got a question.
Okay,
about
Go
the
ahead, baby.
Who liked Memphis barbecue? Everybody take a turn.
Yes, A&R review Memphis barbecue.
Nasty.
Miss
Okay,
Dinetta,
Mitch
we
said
got Mitch's
Mitch,
voted in on that.
Mitch said
Miss
it was
Dinetta.
nasty. Andrea, what you say?
You said it was nasty too. You said that shit was nasty. You said
It
there
was
you
that.
go.
I'm sorry. It was not. It was not my. I got the rib tips right.
And that
So
shit was nasty. It looked
some of
nasty. It
the
didn't even
rib
look
tips
done.
they were done, and some of them was
Some
dry
of
as
them wasn't.
hell. So I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go with
Yeah.
nasty on it. They weren't. I mean, they were. A lot of them wasn't even done.
Done.
So it was
Okay.
nasty.
Dinetta, what you say?
I'm sorry, I like Carolina barbecue.
Mario, how'd you
I know
go
it's
ahead?
the,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish. Finish.
I know they do the dry rub. They didn't prove nothing to me. I still like my vinegary wet Carolina barbecue.
Okay,
I
Mario.
do too.
I would say this: the sauce was okay, but like Andrea said, those I had rib tips as well, and they were a little chewy, you know.
Yeah. Oh
and
yes,
some,
and chewy.
yes, they was some were chewy and some were dried out, like they've been sitting somewhere or something, you know.
And that barbecue sauce wasn't good either.
That's what I say. It was
No,
okay. That's what I say. It was
That
okay.
was out
So
of fucking. That tasted like ketchup.
So, Leon, have you ever had the Memphis?
A&R. That's the name of the place. A&R.
I'm just gonna say Memphis barbecue experience. And if you
I
did,
had
tell me what you.
I've had the Memphis barbecue experience on Bell Street. It's a place on the corner. I forget the name of it. I've been there, and then I went to BB King's
Run.
place.
Yeah, I've been to BB King's too.
And both
Blue
of those
Seals.
were good. When
Okay.
that's when I had them. I hadn't been there in it's been some years now.
Okay. I didn't get anything from the barbecue place. I did get a fried peach pie
Pie.
that my sister accidentally threw in the trash.
Oh,
and I should have followed in behind your ass. That's
And
what I should have done. I
what I
should
can
have
tell
followed
you
in
about that,
behind you.
but
what I can
but
tell you about that peach pie, that it was over fried. It was hard.
okay.
The crust was
But
very hard.
okay. But my experience from trying Memphis barbecue before this trip, I did not like it. I do like North Carolina barbecue better. I not particular about a wet rub. I do like the dry rub better. But there's occasions where I can stand a thin layer of barbecue sauce if it's not really wet. I'm not a barbecue sauce fan. So I do like dry rub better. But my Memphis barbecue experience from prior this trip was not a good one. So I did not try it this time.
The Arkansas dry rub was better, huh?
I like dry rub better.
No, I said the Arkansas dry rub was better, huh?
Oh yes, it is. It is.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know.
If that's what you gave us when we was in Louisiana, yes.
If the one that you made.
Yeah, that's the
Arkansas. I love yours. Yes.
Because normally I don't like a dry rub, but I remember you telling me that was a dry rub. I normally don't like dry rub, but yeah, yours was very tasty, very meaty.
Yours was really good.
Real chewy. They were falling off the bone.
Yeah, but
as a matter of fact, I need some of that. I need you to make that up for me so I can do something with that, Leon, if you don't mind, sir.
Yeah, it was delicious. Yes, I did love that.
But regardless of whether it's dry or wet, the meat still got to be cooked right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got to be cooked right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because the meat, that thing would chew it. Regardless of what you had on it, it would chew it. But okay, well, let's ask this then. What about the Mexican place?
Hold on. So A&R was like ranked
they got an F.
One of the top A&R was ranked like one of the top barbecue places in Memphis, but I do believe they get the total thumbs down for barbecue.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got no qualms with that.
I didn't see it
Like
coming.
Antoine would say, hated it.
And a lot of people would say, depending on what day you go, we're speaking from what we had when we had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
Nothing else.
nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another place that we did go to was Happy Mexican downtown by Lorena Motel. What do y'all think about that?
It was good.
I enjoyed my food there.
Loved my meal. I got the nacho fajita, and it was so much food. Oh my God. And the margarita sent me swinging. It was
Yeah.
the margarita was saying something. I'm trying to tell you. It's probably one of the best Mexican meals I've had. It was really good.
I had the Guadalajara tacos and nachos. They were delicious, and it was a lot.
It was a lot of food.
I had 2 meals from it, and I still had a lot left over. So,
All right, cool.
Oh, I had a combination fajita with chicken, shrimp, and chicken, shrimp, and beef, and it was delicious. And they were telling the truth. It was a whole lot because I had to take part of mine home too. It was good. And my drink, I had what was I drinking?
Sangria.
What is that?
Sangria.
Sangria.
Sangria wine.
And it was delicious. It was delicious because I like sangria. It's delicious. I enjoyed myself there.
That's what I'm having right now. Some sangria. I love sangria.
Okay, cool.
And Mario?
I had the chicken fajitas. I like the fact that anything that comes off the grill where you can get it right when it comes off the grill, always when it's seasoned right, is good, fresh, hot. It just feel like a home cooked meal. You know what I mean? As opposed to something sitting under a light or been sitting in a pan all goddamn morning waiting for us to come get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was good. Like I said, it was enough food that I gave mine
3 times.
away. It was enough for y'all to take home. It was good. So
be nice. We being nice.
And for me, I had the fajita nachos. I had it mixed with the chicken, the beef, and the shrimp. And it's had Happy Mexican several times when I used to live there. And I always loved the place, love the margaritas, love the food. And I would go on some nights they do have live music when I lived there. Don't know if they still do it now or not, but it's always a place that I know I would get some great Mexican food at. So it seems like everybody enjoyed Happy Mexican. So you most definitely get the total thumbs up on that. Try out Happy Mexican if you're ever in Memphis.
All right, cool.
I got to ask one question before we get off of here.
Okay, go.
Did anybody feel any type of way at the Civil Rights Museum? Did that shit not kind of pissed you off in any type of way to see all those white people in there? I ain't got nothing against white people, but it was just like, it was like a joke to some of them, smiling, laughing while they were in there listening to this shit. It was kind of pissing me off because I just kind of felt, this is some bullshit that we had to all go through, while our ancestors went through, our grandparents went through. And to see somebody in there whose ancestors kind of caused this shit, it just kind of fucked with my head the whole damn time I was in there. Because I think I was kind of quiet the whole damn time I was in there, because I think I was just trying to stay away from them. And I was just wondering if anybody else felt that same way.
I didn't. Go ahead, Dee.
No, go ahead, baby.
I did not. I didn't see what you saw, and I didn't feel what you felt. For the most part, I thought it was. I felt that they genuinely wanted to see and know the history. And I just didn't feel any bad feelings about them being there at all. I didn't. I don't think people would spend their money and waste their time just to come and belittle our history. So
I'm glad to hear you say that because I needed to hear that because I didn't feel great about that day.
Yeah, I don't think that was their intent. I think white people that show up there come there just to see and get an understanding of who we are as a people and and the struggles of our ancestors. And so and a lot of times I couldn't even hardly get where I wanted to be to get pictures because they're actually reading some of the history. And I was patiently trying to wait, even though I was kind of anxious. Like, y'all need to move. I'm trying to get a picture, but I had to also be humbled by the fact that they were actually reading.
They were actually there.
They were actually there, and they were actually reading the history of what they was looking at.
Okay, Mr. Arnott.
I didn't get that feeling. I felt some kind of way because that was kind of full circle for me. I lived some of that. And there were a couple of places where I got a little full.
Yeah.
I sat at the back of the bus. I know what it's like when it says for colored people only. I know what it means when they say water fountains,
black only, white only, yeah.
No, colored only, white only. I know what it says when it says white bathrooms, white ladies, colored women. And I asked my mother at that time, what's the difference between a lady and a woman?
And a woman, right.
The people that we were around were very interested. And I was in a wheelchair, so Andrea was pushing me, and I was telling her some of the history that I knew of. There were several names that I was familiar with because one of the gentlemen, Dr. Benjamin Mays, was one of my mother's professors, and I met him myself personally. And I said that to Andrea, and she was listening, and she said, at Howard? My mother did not go to Howard, but Dr. Mays he was a professor at Howard University. Mm-hmm. And I just said yes, because I knew he was a professor there. My mother went to North Carolina Central University, which at that time was North Carolina State College, was North Carolina College. But he was on loan in North Carolina when he taught my mom history. So, and then there were some other people that I had known about because being in Virginia, being one of the 13 original colonies, there are a lot of things they talked about in slavery, about the slave trade. They had a part where they said Virginia had tobacco farms, and most of the slaves were in tobacco. So those are the things that I knew about. So it kind of made me feel like that little third grader again, reading all of that stuff. I remember coming home from school and seeing when they showed the news, some of the newscasts from Walter Cronkite and all the others, and they showing the police, the state troopers, putting the water hoses on our Black people. Mm-hmm. And sticking the dogs on them. When we walked through there and we saw the Woolworth where the Black college students sat there and protested. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. So, I was familiar with all of that, and it kind of made me a little weepy, but what I did appreciate about them were there were several white people who had their small children, and they were explaining to them what was going on. Well, why is this bus burned up? And why so and so and so, you know, and they were trying to explain what they could. And I really appreciate that because they don't teach that kind of stuff in school anymore.
They don't.
These kids nowadays they don't have a clue.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
They don't have a clue.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll close it out with this right here. I'm gonna come at it at a different point of view. The only thing, everything, because I'm from, Atlanta, and I've been to the King Center. A lot of the stuff in there is at the King Center too, right? Especially the stuff that's dealing with Martin Luther King. But what I did know, and kind of choked me up, was about the, when they first did the segregation and they did the Arkansas, and they was explaining about this little girl who was one of the ones, but she was in the class by herself at 6 years old. And
Mhm.
they had the teachers talking about, y'all heard the little recordings, and they were talking about how she didn't cry, she wasn't afraid. But can you imagine how on the inside this little girl must have felt? Your whole life you've been told how bad and cold, cruel white people are, and now you got to go sit up in here. They say she couldn't take a recess. She took a recess in the class. She had to eat her lunch in the class because for fear people might do shit to her. To
Do something
me,
to
Do harm to
Mhm.
her.
I don't know why that shit just grabbed me, and I just can't let that go. Like, can you imagine what this little girl must have been feeling? She's 6. She's 6 years old and got to go through this bullshit.
And
So
being
they,
escorted by security,
yes,
you know,
it's,
her,
I
her
don't know, man. That we tend to forget where we at right now because life is good. We live in like the most technological
It's
advanced
better. It's not that
era
great.
now, but
It's better.
we tend to forget that there's some people that pay some real ass prices for us to be here.
yeah.
Mhm.
And that right there kind of bring bring it full circle, because a lot of the stuff you tend to forget until you walk through there and see all that shit. You done heard it, but because you ain't around it on a regular basis. And like I said, that whipping of the slaves on the shit, I couldn't wait till we got from that shit.
Boy,
That shit was just
boy.
hard to listen to.
I almost
So
made tears come from your damn eyes just to think.
yes,
That shit actually was real. That shit actually happened.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was selling our ass on a fucking slave block. Got your
yeah,
baby
I'm saying what really got
sucking your
me when they
titties,
showed that
man.
part where all the slaves, showed a picture of the slave boat, the
Yeah.
slave
Yeah,
ship, and then how they had them all in a
on top of
row.
each other, on top of
Right.
Yes,
each other.
yep.
And
Uh-huh.
shackled up against each other,
Shackled together.
and
And
it was like sardines in a can.
Mhm.
yes. And
Yeah.
y'all know, like I
It was
know, if you
horrible.
ride a certain amount of hours in a car sitting a certain way, you gonna cramp up. Can you imagine going from fucking Africa all the way across the Atlantic like that? By the time you get that,
Yeah.
it's one a tendon ain't gave way. You can't even stretch out. So by that time, you got to be fucked up, man. You can't.
And everything else.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy to think that then you tell somebody after being traveling like that, get out, go stand here, be humiliated, then go pick cotton. You ain't even got no feeling in your fucking arms and legs when you first get here because you've been packed in like that.
And not to
So
mention the diseases and the feces and, because, they wasn't no shackling them to let them go to the bathroom or nothing.
mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They used it where they were.
yeah.
They
So
had no choice.
And those that died, they just dumped them in the ocean.
Yep.
Ocean.
yeah,
If they didn't jump overboard, they too.
It was a bunch
yeah,
of them that jumped overboard.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. So I must admit, as we did, that was one of the most humbling things. Cause at first I
Yeah.
was like, I've been to the King, said I don't want to see this shit. But when you get in there, all that shit melts away, and you just start taking in the shit, seeing the Liberty jail cell that they got the man in, and I don't know, it's just crazy. But one thing
Marlena,
I didn't go ahead.
would you share with us about that lady who was protesting?
The lady that was
Oh
protesting,
yeah.
uh, I spoke to my sister about our conversation because we had a debate, the lady and I did. Uh, because she was saying that not don't support the museum and don't eat at the restaurant that was there and whatnot. And she was saying that Martin Luther King, it was owned by, everything was white owned, and Martin Luther King talked about the reality of Black and white, coexisting and being together and whatnot. But she said he didn't eat with them, and he didn't sit down and have meals and whatnot with them, and whatever. And so she said that the museum was white owned and not to support it. And I'm like, well, even if that's so, I don't care where the money or the funding came from. I'm just grateful to God that somebody felt that it was necessary to preserve Black history in this part of our history, whether it was supported and funded by white people, Black people, or whoever. I said, I'm just grateful to God that somebody felt the need to preserve this history, because they were going to tear down this motel. And whatever color of the hand that it was to make this happen, I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that they did, And I was talking to my sister about it later, and I learned that she has been doing this for years and years and years.
Yes, she has been.
Because she at one point lived in the motel, and she was angry because they
Put her
out of the motel to turn it into a museum.
Mm-hmm. Her name is Jacqueline Smith. With me living in Arkansas, that the Lorena Motel is one of the places that we would go and visit, field trips and things like that and whatnot. But she was out there back then, so she's been out there for over 30 and something years. And who was right? I was like, when we first pulled up, I was like, oh, God, I wonder if that's the same lady that's been out here back when we used to come there all the time. And it actually was her. So yeah, she's been she's been there for over 30 some years.
Yeah.
You talking about the lady I told you was up there that y'all say y'all didn't see? That lady?
Yes.
The lady that stands outside the hotel.
The very lady that you pointed me out to, Mario.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yes. Okay, cool. I mean, not cool, but
she didn't have a rebuttal for me after I spoke my piece, because she said, okay, well, I don't care who was responsible for preserving the history. I'm just glad that it was done.
Right.
Well, hey, look. Sometimes you got to have we get caught up sometime on how the message is brought, or if somebody knocked at your door, give you $1 million and it's tax-free or whatever, you wonder why I'm getting this. Sometimes they about to look a gift horse in the mouth. Sometimes you got to just take your blessing and take it, because if it wasn't for that, a lot of this stuff we would know. Right. They got actual recordings and shit that I ain't never heard until I went in there. I ain't never heard the teachers and shit talk about the Arkansas 6 like this. Well, these are actual teachers that taught these kids was on recordings.
Right, right.
I ain't never heard that.
Well,
it was just so
our
amazing.
Governor has made it so it's not going to happen anymore. They've made it so that they're taking it out of schools. So the kids don't learn where they came from. They don't know about slavery. They don't know what happened in the 60s. They don't know a lot of this stuff. I mean, I get it. That's why I felt some type of way just being in there and just seeing all of this again. It just brought back some eerie damn moments of listening to my aunt, because my auntie was one of the mentors of the Little Rock Nine. Her name was Daisy Bates. And I'm just saying that shit just brought that shit back to me. Because up to me, I'm 54 years old. But I still remember the shit that she told me and taught me. And it was scary as a child. So believe me, I just feel some type of way sometimes every time I revisit those places or revisit those things and those things that I'm hearing and the voices, and it just gets to me sometimes, y'all.
Yeah.
And I was talking to some educators not too long ago. We were talking about the things that we were learning in school, comparison to the kids now. They don't teach those things because they feel like they're too violent for our kids. Nothing can be any more violent than the gang stuff and the stuff that these kids are doing now.
Right.
Really. And that's why they don't appreciate the freedoms that they have now, because they don't know what our people went through. Our parents, because my parents were two of the people that marched on Washington. They don't know what our parents went through. They don't know what our grandparents went through. They don't.
They whitewash that stuff, Miss Donetta, like it never happened. And our children, a lot of our children don't ever even believe that slavery ever actually happened, because they got it so good that they don't believe anything ever actually happened like that. When did that happen? They didn't say nothing like this at school because they can't teach that anymore.
Yeah.
But they always teach about the Holocaust, don't they?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
Yep.
We're the only damn people who didn't get their reparations. Even the damn Indians got their reparations. We the only people that never got theirs.
Wow.
It's just sad.
Yeah. So with that being said, yeah, we did go to the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, and as you just heard, we all took something different from it. It all affected us in a different way, but we are better for actually getting back there. Some of us done been there multiple times. That was my first time, and I swear to you, I did not want to go, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all. We hate to close it out on that, but that is what that is. So we're gonna get up out of here. Started off with Mr. Lee Jack, Mr. On One, Triple H. Make it do what it do, baby. Talk to him.
Hey, it's been a lovely evening, informative, entertaining, and most of all, a loving one at that. Everybody got in on everybody and said a few things, may have ruffled a few feathers, but hey, that's what we do. We ruffle some feathers around here. We keep it popping.
We do.
Right. Even though, the feathers may have been already ruffled up under the covers already, but hey, we don't. Because, they don't tell us nothing. Hey, until next time, though. Love ya.
Love you.
Swear to God, boy. All right, big bitch, talk to him. I can't wait to hear what you got to say.
Man, I'm through messing with you because you ain't even fun no more. I just want to say that, I enjoyed my vacation with you all. I learned a whole lot of shit I didn't know about some of you motherfuckers, especially you, Mario. Anyway. Anyway, look here. On the for real side, man, I love y'all. Y'all my family, away from family. And I appreciate, y'all even thinking of me, and I enjoy the closeness that we have with each other. I mean, I ain't just talking, I'm being for real, y'all my brothers and sisters, and y'all make me feel good about life sometimes when I don't feel well about life, But I just want to say that I enjoyed the week. I enjoyed each and every one of y'all, and I'm appreciative, of being able to say you family, Now, some of you motherfuckers, Mario, lying ass motherfucker. Some of you motherfuckers that lie and think that people don't understand what you're lying about. Hey, it is what it is, But I just want us all to stay close, and I just want everybody to think about when you looking at people, you thinking about being mad at somebody for what happened in the past. You can't change the past. Only thing you can do is learn from the past and do better for your future. So with that being said, y'all have a good one. I hope everybody enjoyed our show today and can't wait to see what's going to happen next time. Peace.
All right. Well said. Well said, Mitch. All right, Miss Scat Lady, Marlena, Pretty Lady, talk to him.
Meow, meow, meow. Oh my goodness. I really, really, really enjoyed this podcast. It was so much fun. It was good to be back with the group doing this again. And it was good to meet up with everybody in Memphis. I love you guys. And I had so much fun. It hadn't I wish it hadn't ended so soon. It just went by too fast, you know.
Mhm.
Having so much fun. But anyway, viewers, I hope y'all enjoyed our podcast this evening, and just continue to join us and stay with us and support us. We love y'all for coming in as you do. Just keep it up, keep it coming. We love y'all. Mwah. Meow.
All right. All right. Thank you. Producer extraordinaire. Beautiful lady, talk to him.
Once again, thank you all for coming in and joining with us this evening. Hope you enjoyed our podcast. Yes, we all had a lovely vacation. Oops, technical difficulty. I don't know what happened there, but we all had a lovely vacation.
Mama D, I don't know how you gonna do that, Pretty Lady, but wrap it up somehow.
Wow. Sookie. The Rugrats were on time today and they acted very well. I am so proud of them. We had
think
such
we
a good
did?
time. Huh?
You think we did?
I think you did.
Okay.
Some of us.
Yeah. Most of us, let's put it that way. It was very informative. The vacation was not only informative, but it was relaxing. We were able to just be ourselves and just act the fool if we wanted to. And, we did get some things accomplished that we wanted to get accomplished. And we
did.
do enjoy each other's company. This is not a show. The way we act toward each other is the way we act all the time. It just goes in full circle because then we're in person, but we actually enjoy each other's company, and we are happy that you all were able to relive what we had to go through last week, and hopefully you'll come back next week.
Boy.
All right, well, I ain't got nothing to say. Thank y'all for turning in. And,
I bet you don't got nothing to say.
We'll get on up out of here.
Yeah,
We'll get on up out of here. Hey, for all the new people that has been coming to the group, thank y'all. I mean, y'all have been coming. I don't know where you're coming from, but we appreciate. Welcome to the fold. I mean,
and the young man who took pictures of the t-shirts and wanted to join in on the podcast, we hope you're listening.
Yes.
Anytime you want to leave a message for us, please do that. They'll tell you.
And anybody that want a t-shirt, I think you can get with our producer. She might be able to print those t-shirts off for you. Just send her an email or get with her, message her in the group or something, because I'm pretty sure I've had a few people ask about these t-shirts. So if you want one, ask somebody, let's get one.
And we are currently offering discount, $59.99. And remember, when you're buying a t-shirt, you're supporting the podcast. Remember that.
There you go.
Right, most definitely.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for real for tuning in, and we'll be getting back at y'all next week. So we out.